Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eliza. Some people call me Za. The Daily Run with Za is me sharing my story and giving tips about how I've ran every single day for the past 18 years. The last day I've missed a day of running was in September of 2002. So I'm using these videos as a way to answer your questions that you've asked me over on Instagram. You can follow me, Daily Run with Za. And today I am answering a question somebody asked. How do I structure my days to get in my run every day? So I'm kind of going to use this video as an example or a focus in my life where I was working 8 to 5, as a single mom, and I was still able to get in my daily run. So I'm kind of, the phase in my life I'm talking about is maybe could correlate with somebody that works full-time, has a family, and maybe you can gather how I structured my run at that point in my life. So yeah, I had a job from 8 to 5. I do have also a yoga practice that I am pretty consistent with. It's not like a daily yoga streak, but I, at that point, was practicing 5-6 days a week. So Saturdays was my rest day, and so Monday. Yes.
Look at this, Mommy.
What?
So this can do like that. Push it and then what? Stay what?
Awesome.
Cuddle guinea.
Nice. So my schedule, I guess, would be I woke up about 4:30-ish. If I did not have my yoga practice, that would be ideal to get my run in the morning. There's some other single, or not even single moms, but some other moms where that's their only time to get in the run is in the morning while their kids are sleeping. But at that time, I just felt uncomfortable leaving them completely alone in the house and running outside. If I do that, I run, close by the house and FaceTime and, do it that way or have somebody come over. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, so I do my yoga practice while they're sleeping. A lot of times I'd wake up early and, they'd have to lay by me while I finished my yoga. But anyway, the only time I really had time, I don't like the concept of finding the time. It's like all about making the time. Because if I picked them up after I was done working at 5, we wouldn't be home till 6. And once again, there was nobody to watch them, and I couldn't just run. And especially at that time, leaving them alone, like they follow me. They don't really sit in front of the TV. It's unpredictable, so that didn't feel safe either. So I kind of looked back at my schedule, and I'm like, okay, I'm basically paying for daycare or school from 8 to 5, and I get paid for that hour lunch break. So if I could find a way to do my run within that hour, then I'd be able to be with them in the morning, be able to be with them in the evening, and get things done that way. So, I know in a corporate setting, your coworkers can make you feel guilty about taking a lunch break, or, one person's working through their lunch break. Oh, they're such a better worker than you because, you take a full hour and they're working through their lunch break. But it's like, why don't you make the most of your time while you're working, and you get paid for that lunch break. You get paid for an hour to do whatever, not just eat lunch. You can run errands, you can read, you don't have to drive and get lunch through a drive-through, sit in your car, scroll on social media, and go back to work. Like, what kind of a break was that? You were not utilizing your time well at all. You might as well just stayed and worked. I mean, I know it is still a break, but anyway, I figured, I need to use that hour to get in my run. So that's basically what I did. And I did live close enough. I was about 7 miles from my work. So, my lunch break would literally consist of me speeding back home, changing, and I really only had time for 20 minutes. I couldn't do anything more than 20 minutes. It was already cutting it way close. If I, on the way home, if I was stuck behind a slow car, I'd be like a minute or two late. And the workplace was very strict and kind of had it out for me because, that can be a later video. some very entertaining stories, but they kept close eyes on me. And so I was able to get in my lunch break at work running 20 minutes. So another idea, if you live too far from your work, there was a few times where I only had 30 minutes. So there was a few times I ran in my work pants. I had to change into a sports bra and my running shoes. It was harder in the winter. I mean, both ways, harder in the winter because I had to put on extra layers, but also more difficult in the summer because you're sweating. Like a few times I'd come back from my run and my hair would kind of be a little bit wet and sweaty. I feel like I pulled it off a little bit. I didn't come back beet red like you were exercising. It was more of, I kind of just looked like I was, I kind of got my hair wet in the bathroom. I don't know. Anyway, so there's a way to find, I don't want to say find the time, but making the time. Okay, where do you have a gap in your schedule? Do you have, if your schedule is a little bit more flexible, let's say you get off a call at a certain time and you don't start a call to another time. It's like, okay, that's where you plug in the run. It's like you can't procrastinate. You can't be like, oh, well, I guess I could have run now and thinking of all kind of hypothetically. You just kind of have to do it. And, that's what it was that first day I started to run on the lunch break. It took so much energy to even test it out and see if it was possible and kind of take that risk of getting into trouble, that I would come back late or I'd come back sweaty or I'd come back hungry, on the way. I kind of ate lunch in the car on the way back to work. I'd be driving and eating soup at the same time. So it's also all about like priorities. So, I could have definitely used that hour to take a nap in the car. I was up since 4:30 in the morning already doing 2 hours of yoga practice. But instead, I wanted to make the most of my time because I didn't want to take it away from my kids when I got home. So, just looking at your schedule ahead of time. If you download our Run Streak Journal PDF, I have a week at a glance, so you can go through your week and figure out the best time to run. And this kind of helps you plan out your schedule. So hope that answered your question. And let me know if you have any more questions. Follow on Instagram, Daily Run with Za. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And have a great day.